Welcome to Kidmissing TV. Today we're going to talk about the case of Diana and Mark Yoli. Diana was 7 and Mark was 2.5. When they disappeared from Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. They were playing in the Marine Corps Base's playground when they up and vanished. A woman claimed her husband confessed to killing the pair. He was convicted pedophile Henry Morris Hunt. He supposedly put them in a mine. He claimed to have taken the kids fishing and that the toddler drowned, so he killed the little girl. Really? I would think it would be pretty difficult for someone to gain access to the Marine Corps base. The search for the kids included the NCIS, which is the Naval Criminal Investigative Service, who also is the investigative service for the Marines. And thousands of Marines from the base. It's a big base. Their dad was a corporal. In 2011, police dug up under the pedophile's old house that had burnt down and found bones. They turned out to be animal bones. Police and NCIS also searched the mine and a rock quarry to no avail. So whatever he may have said clearly was untrue. They weren't reported missing right away because they like to wander, and in 1962 that was okay. Plus, they should have been safe on base, so nobody was panicking. You know, this was September 13th, 1962, in case I didn't mention that, and nobody panicked back then. You know, kids wandered around, played, went to movies for 5 cents, you know, different things like that. And this was, like I said, a secure Marine Corps base. And if you're a wrestling fan like me, you know that wrestler AJ Styles, aka Alan Jones, was actually born on Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in June of 1977. So it's considered, you know, any base would be considered a safe place. I would think that it would have had to have been a soldier or a family member of a soldier, is something along those lines, in order to gain access to the kids. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, if you've lived on a base, if you're a military brat, but I wouldn't think it'd be that easy to just wander onto the base for no apparent reason. You know? I know there's housing on the base. It's where they lived, but and I suppose people could be driving onto the base to visit their friends, but I just don't see it as unsafe. The parents are not suspects in this case, from what I could find in my research. As a matter of fact, Dad was at work on base. And you think your kids are safe in the playground? Certainly, with a bunch of military men with a bunch of guns around. You really think they're safe? I certainly would have. Now, would I have gone to the playground with them? It's hard to say because it was 1962. Today, yeah, hell yeah. But in 1962, you might have let your 7-year-old, you know, take your 2.5-year-old to the playground if it wasn't that far away, which I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was in the middle of base housing somewhere. Again, if you're familiar with Camp Lejeune, please comment. And please share this. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Like I said, share it, and share it with other people who may have lived on the base during that time period. You may have seen something, maybe another kid that you know that grew up on the base during that time period, that maybe knew these kids and saw them at the park or whatever. Because that's how we garner information, is by sharing cases and having people that know people or knew people see cases. I'm not sure whether there is DNA in the system on this case. I do know that the NCIS, again, that's the Naval Criminal Investigative Service, is still investigating this case, because, again, they were military children. So you would call them, and I did not find a phone number for them if you have any information, but you could also call NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-THE-LOST. That's easy to remember. Now, next time, we're going to talk about a case of two little girls that went missing together. Bit of a strange case, because their uncle and, well, one's uncle and one's housemate took them to the beach, and they met there, hung around with each other all day, and vanished together. Their names were Wendy Stevenson and Peggy Ron. This was on the 29th of December 1969. Now, if you live where I live, you're saying, on the beach? Brr! No. They lived in Pompano Beach, Florida. Not Burr. But that would be the first thought if you live where I live. Trust me, here in New England, you would not want to be anywhere near a beach on December 29th. But in Pompano Beach, Florida, it's a little different. That would be so weird for me. Having spent my entire life in New England, it would be weird. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the subscribes. My latest number, the last I checked, was 96. Let's get that up to 100. We can do it. Maybe 120 by Halloween? That may be pushing it, but I'm willing to say 120 by Halloween. Let's go for Boo Day. Have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you, and I will see you again Monday with that story. Thank you so much.